We're just about to start the next bout. It's going to be Slaughterhouse Derby Girls Prime Cuts. They're from Greeley, Colorado, and the hosts of Mayday Mayhem have been for the last 4 years. Thanks to the Slaughterhouse Derby Girls for putting on this wonderful tournament this weekend. Also, they're going to be playing against the Babe City Rollers, Babe City All-Stars from Bemidji, Minnesota. And they are, the name of that town, interestingly enough, is from the Paul Bunyan legend. It's the Babe City is from the name of the bull.
That makes sense, yeah. I think I meant Bemidji was from it.
No, Babe, I'm sorry.
I got a little confused there.
I'll introduce my partner you just heard. That's Paparazzo.
Hello, Internet.
And I'm Bangers and Smash. And looks like we may be getting to the first whistle here in just a moment.
We are unfortunately in a less than ideal position for seeing the jammers as they come up. So you'll have to excuse us if we don't get that right off the bang. Both jammers hitting the pack hard. Very tight pack. Lollygagger for Babe City. Slaughterhouse coming out first. That is Hellblazer. 86th. But Hellblazer coming through. Gets knocked the inside. Calls it off. Picks up 2 quick points. Not before Babe City can pick up 1. So we're going to start things off 2-1. Nice, easy start to the game.
That's a good start to the game. Both teams picking up a point, feeling out the floor a little bit. The floor here is like a polished cement, so it's not what a lot of the teams are used to skating on. I know Slaughterhouse skates on a painted plywood track, so this is definitely a little different for them.
Exactly, it's a lot slicker. Again, just waiting for our jammers to come around here. But number 96, that's the Sia Bomber. And Wild E Coyote for Slaughterhouse. Babe City coming out first, though, for lead jam. Slaughterhouse jammer still stuck in the pack. And of course, as soon as I say that, she gets out for her initial pass. Pack slows down in the apex. Big hit to the inside as Babe City calls it off.
That was a beautiful hit there by Kish of Death, taking her into the infield, and Besida getting right back up and able to clear the track there. But that was a massive hit from Kish. If you're wondering at home, the teams are currently ranked. Slaughterhouse ranked 162, Babe City ranked 129, so Slaughterhouse may have their work cut out for them. We'll see how it goes. Still 2-1, Slaughterhouse in the lead with 27:44 to go.
Doing a great job pushing out that line is Bohemian Bombshell. Along with I believe that's Panty Depressant. Oh, MC Slamma. 150 and 151. Could only see 2 of the 3 letters. And by letters, I mean numbers. All right. Both teams 0 points on that jam. So we're going to have one of those nice tight games, I think. We got, looks like Lollygagger up for Babe City. Can't quite tell who Slaughterhouse is. All right, so Play Chicken with me has lead jam for Slaughterhouse in the red. Lollygagger through the pack for her initial pass in the black for Babe City. And Play Chicken with me picks up a couple of quick points, calls it off. 3-1 for Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse really coming out strong, looking for a win. So far this year, their sanctioned record, they've yet to get a win, so they're hoping to pull out a win on this game, I believe. Babe City with 2 wins under their belt for this season. Definitely looking to continue that win streak, so I imagine we're going to see some more as we continue into this. 25:52 left on the clock as we get the next jam underway.
Hellblazer through for Slaughterhouse. She's through for lead jammer.
Oh no, JoJo taken to the outside. You're going to have to recycle jamming for Babe City.
Love that name. Oh no, JoJo. All right. Babe City through. Coming in. Or sorry, Slaughterhouse jammer through for 5 points. Hellblazer pushing her way through again. Calls it off after picking up 2 quick points.
Slaughterhouse continuing to increase their lead. 110. Slaughterhouse still in the lead. 24:53 remaining on the clock. If you're interested in knowing Flat Track stats, predicts 80-20 to Babe City to take this game. 19-13 is the predicted score differential, but Slaughterhouse already stepping out there with a strong hold on Babe City, keeping them from moving forward.
And there's a quick lead jam by Wild E Coyote. Lollygagger still stuck in the pack. Pack slows down as they come into turn 3. Wild E Coyote comes up to the back of the pack. Jukes the outside, can't find a hole. So that's beside a bomber, not Lollygagger out there for Babe City.
Chicken going to go ahead and end that jam. Picks up 4 more points for Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse really killing it here. Chicken with a nice starting on the inside, able to sneak right past the pack there before they're even practically moving an inch. It's amazing footwork by Chicken there. Interesting fact about Chicken, who you just saw, full name, of course, play Chicken with me, is a graduate of the Slaughterhouse Derby Girls Junior program several years ago and continues with Slaughterhouse today. And I know she works with the juniors. I just saw her last weekend coaching the juniors at one of their bouts.
Lollygagger, now it actually is Lollygagger, pushing through, lead jam for her. The Slaughterhouse is MC Slamma. MC Slamma through for her initial pass, but before she can come back and do any damage, Lollygagger calls off the jam, picks up 4 points.
Lollygagger looking to make things change up here for Babe City. Lollygagger, their go-to jammer, already in for 3 jams. It's more than any of the other jammers they've had. Now is the only one who's put points on the board so far for Babe City. So Lollygagger, I imagine we're going to see her get more involved in the game as we continue on.
And it's Ida Soccer on the line for Babe City in the black. She's still stuck in the pack as Play Chicken with me that we were just speaking of before comes out in the red for lead jammer. Oh no, power jam situation for Play Chicken with me. She calls it off as the Babe City jammer hits the box for a 30-second penalty.
That's it. And Chicken able to pick up 5 points in that pass because the penalty happened before she cleared the pack and called off the jam. So 19-5, Slaughterhouse continuing to dominate here right now, looking to take the win. We're going to start off with a power jam here. That's Hellblazer jamming for Slaughterhouse, already lead jammer.
Very quick lead jam as she runs into that and pushes that big black wall forward. Hellblazer coming into the pack again. running into a 2-wall at the front. Squeezed through the middle on that. 5 big points for Slaughterhouse. Ida Soccer back out of the penalty box and into the pack. And not quite. There we go. That's her initial pass completed. As Slaughterhouse calls off the jam. Hellblazer picking up another 5 points.
That's going to bring us to 5:29. Slaughterhouse continuing to dominate. 20:30 remaining on the clock. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoying all this Derby action brought to you all weekend long by ColoradoSports.TV, be sure to scroll down underneath the video window on the main page, hit the donate button, and give a little, give a lot. Be generous that you get to watch all this Derby action right from your own sofa this weekend.
For free. All right, so here we go. Number 76, Bohemian Bombshell, through for lead jam.
Chasing her down, Wild E Coyote, looking to catch her, but there is some pretty good space there, so it looks like Babe City may be putting more points on the board.
Bombshell comes through, calls it off, and does get through before Wild E Coyote can pick up any points. So 2 more points for 2 points there for Bohemian Bombshell and the Babe City Rollers.
And we're going to be at 7:29 with 19:32 remaining in this half of the bout. Number 151, MC Slamma in the red for Slaughterhouse. Going to take on, I can't quite see who that is for Babe City yet. We'll let you know as soon as we can see.
Both jammers hitting the pack hard. MC Slamma getting knocked down, but not through. Ouch, she has lead jam. Oh, beside a bomber out there for Babe City. She's still stuck in the pack as MC Slamma comes around turns 3 and 4. Beside a bomber trying to work her way through. Finally past that last red blocker. She's got her initial pass done. MC Slamma going to the penalty box for a track cut. So that's going to be a power jam for beside a bomber. Number 96 for the Babe City Rollers. 5 points for her.
5 points on the board for beside a bomber and Babe City.
She hits the back of the pack. Slowly trying to work her way through. Very tight pack though. She goes down in the middle of it. Comes up to it. Gets knocked to the outside. Forearm penalty going to that blocker, however, but she gets recycled back just a little bit. Squeaks around on the outside, squeaks around on the inside. Bada boom, bada bing. 5 more points for beside a bomber. Meanwhile, MC Slamma threw the pack out. She's got 4 points after coming out of her penalty. Beside a bomber through. 4 more points for her.
We are going to full 2 minutes.
2-minute jam here. MC Slamma into the pack. Beside a bomber into the pack. Both jammers trying to work their way through. Big whip there by Olive Mayhem.
3 additional points for MC Slamma.
4 points there for Babe City. 3 points for Slaughterhouse.
And that's going to take us an 18-point jam for Babe City, so they've definitely made a comeback here. 25-36, just 11 points separating the two teams, and we've got 16:50 remaining in this half of the bout. Babe City, when they come out and line up for each jam, they're really quick to pick up that back line. That can give them a strategic advantage here. Let's see if they're able to use it as we get into the next jam.
All right, so we've got Oh No Jojo on the line for Babe City, along with Play Chicken With Me for Slaughterhouse. Lead jam going to Babe City Rollers and Oh No Jojo. Meanwhile, for those of you tuned in from here, Norway did take the win on track 2. And Babe City picking up no points there on that last pass, calling it off quickly before Slaughterhouse can do so either.
That was a 0-0 jam, 36-25, still 11 points separating the team. Slaughterhouse holding on to that tentative lead for now. And let's see if they can keep up the work. Hellblazer, number 86, on the line for Slaughterhouse. And I believe it's Lollygagger up for Babe City. It sure is, fact is.
Lollygagger with the star for Babe City.
Hellblazer through for lead jam. Lollygagging a little bit behind. That's a terrible joke. I'm sorry. Couldn't resist, though. She's through for her initial pass as Hellblazer comes back into the pack on her scoring pass. Stuck at the front of the pack, picks it through, calls it off. After picking up 4 quick points for Slaughterhouse, extending their lead 40-25.
We've got about 14:50 remaining in this half. Interesting, as we get deeper into this game, it looks like Slaughterhouse, with an equal jamming rotation, about 4 jammers in. Babe currently running about 5 jammers, so they get a little bit fresher jammer every rotation. Let's see if that helps them as we get deeper into the game. Slaughterhouse, though, still showing that they want to hold on to that lead and take this win. After all, they are the hosts of the tournament. They definitely want to take the tournament if they're absolutely able to. Want to give some Derby love out to Sticker Giant, the custom sticker experts, official sticker company of ColoradoSports.TV. Check them out at www.stickergiant.com. Use the code ROLLERDERBY at checkout and get 10% off your order. That's roller with a space derby for 10% off your order.
All right, so official timeout over. 5 seconds called, and we're going to get started here. There's the whistle. Both jammers hitting the pack hard. Just waiting for them to come around. We've got beside a bomber for Babe City, and Wild E Coyote for Slaughterhouse in the red. Beside a bomber, pushing her way through it, trying to get that lead jam. But no, she doesn't get through fast enough. Wild E Coyote through for lead jammer, but beside a bomber, not far behind her. We've got a fast pack moving into turn 3 and 4 as the jammers approach. Wild E Coyote coming in, trying to pick up some points before she calls it off. There's the call off. No points for her. No points for Babe City either.
That's going to keep us at 25-40, 15 points to Slaughterhouse at the moment. We've got about 13 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in this bout. And Slaughterhouse still holding on to that lead. Number 151, MC Slamma up to jam for Slaughterhouse.
I think that's Lollygagger.
That is Lollygagger on the jam line. We've seen these two match up before. Last time they came together, MC Slamma was able to grab lead. Let's see if she can do it again.
Lollygagger knocked to the inside, gets back in really quickly without a big recycle. Gets knocked to the inside again. She's pulled right to the back. MC Slamma getting knocked to the inside. She gets recycled to the back as well. Lead jam going to Lollygagger. With Babe City going to try and pick up some points. MC Slamma through for her initial pass as well. And Lollygagger coming into the pack. Swings through on the outside, picks up a quick 4 points, calls it off before MC Slamma can do any damage.
That brings our score total 40 points for Slaughterhouse.
29-40. Slaughterhouse still holding on to an 11-point lead right now. Interesting fact about the Babe City Rollers, the city they're from, Bemidji, is one of only 13,000 people living there. So it's one of the smallest cities that's represented at this tournament, and one of the smallest cities for a WFTDA league. They're also the first city on the Mississippi River.
Huh.
Pretty interesting fact.
Yeah. All right, so who we got up here? We've got number 76, Bohemian Bombshell. And she's got lead jam along with Play chicken with me.
Not wasting any time.
Nope, calling it off. No playing this game today. 0 points apiece there.
That's going to leave us at 29-40 with 11:48 remaining on the big board on the wall. Another interesting fact about Babe City, they traveled just under 1,000 miles to get here this weekend.
Is that all?
Is that all? I thought it was further away, too. I don't even know where Minnesota is. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I could make so many comments, but I won't. I'll leave it to the Canadian teams to make those comments.
Hellblazer jamming for Slaughterhouse. Quickly clears the pack, takes lead jammer, and is way out front right now. Slaughterhouse going to look to increase their lead again.
Decided bomber for Babe City.
All right.
And beside a bomber jamming for Babe City. She's currently the score leader for Babe City. She was able to at least shut down the jam. 3 points for Hellblazer is going to take us 29-44. Once again, Slaughterhouse back up to that 15-point lead.
We've seen a very clean game, though. We haven't seen a lot of power jams, and that can really impact the score. So we'll see if what happens there. As long as those jammers can stay out of the box, I think we'll keep it as a really tight game. Slow start from the jammers, but they're working their way through. Wildy Coyote through for lead jam. Lollygagger through as well. Oh, no. Lollygagger through for a forearm. So she's going to the penalty box. Wildy Coyote is going to have a power jam for Slaughterhouse. She gets knocked to the inside. No points there. She got a no pass, no penalty. Picking up no points on that pass.
Fouls incurred on that pass. No point pickup for Wildy Coyote.
There we go. 5 points for Slaughterhouse.
Wildy Coyote and Slaughterhouse.
Lollygagger standing in the penalty box. So this power jam is about to come to a close. Still working her way through at the front of the pack. There we go. Pushes her blocker out of play. Wildy Coyote for 5 big points.
That's 10 total this jam for Slaughterhouse.
Lollygagger through for her initial pass. Let's see if Wildy Coyote can pull off some more points before she gets back around. Wildy Coyote looking over her shoulder. Calls it off as Lollygagger comes up to the pack. 2 points apiece.
So Lollygagger able to get in there before that fourth whistle and earn a couple points more for Babe City. 31-55, 24 remain on the clock, 24-point difference, 8:40 remaining on the clock.
Whoops.
Interesting, because neither of these two teams have ever come together and played each other. So it's interesting to see how this develops as they get to know how the other plays and watch who dominates and who's able to clear the pack. MC Slamma, speaking of, number 151 jamming for Slaughterhouse, able to clear that pack quickly.
Bohemian Bombshell still is through for her initial pass. So she's trying and catching up fairly quickly to MC Slamma. Fast pack coming into turn number 1. MC Slamma coming up to the back, slides through on the inside, picks up a quick point. Quick 2 points, I apologize.
2 points.
MC's
1 point there for Bohemian Bombshell.
MC Slamma, interesting fact about her, she has a speed skating background. She also used to skate bank track with Missile Mountain Roller Derby years ago. I've known her for years. A great skater, great lady to know. If you're interested in leading jammers currently, Hellblazer with 26 for Slaughterhouse and Beside a Bomber with 18 for Babe City.
So Slaughterhouse a little bit ahead with in those stats, but still very close, as the score reflects. Lollygagger through for lead jam.
Lollygagger on the line and will lead jammer for Babe.
Meanwhile, Play Chicken with me through the pack as well for her initial pass. Babe City comes in, in the pack, calls it off.
The Babe City blockers doing a really good job of where the jammers are positioned. They're doing a good job controlling the pack. If they notice that red jammer is in front, they're off with the pack, taking off. If they're noticing their jammers coming into the pack first, they're getting up front and slowing it down. So some really good awareness by the Babe City blockers.
Definitely doing a great job here, keeping the score nice and tight.
It's at 35-58, 6:34 remaining on the clock.
With the star for Babe City against Hellblazer for Slaughterhouse.
Ida Soccer on the line for Babe City, but she can't get through fast enough as Hellblazer picks up lead jam. Ida Soccer, though, closing ground. We're seeing a lot of very fast packs this game, but then we've got some very fast jammers, so it doesn't seem to be bothering them. Quick no pack called as Hellblazer hits the back of the pack. Comes in, picks up 2 points. No points there for Ida Soccer.
Good job by D-Day Dahl there, holding on to that one blocker from Babe City in the back of the pack, not letting her pass so that they could speed up that pack, and able to keep it so that they could get some more points on the board. 35-60, 25-point differential currently, 5:30 remaining in this first half of the bout.
And Wild E Coyote gets a cut track as she comes out of the front of the pack. That leaves, oh no, JoJo on a power jam. She's still working her way through as the pack closes up on her. Multiplayer block called on Slaughterhouse. That springs, oh no, JoJo. Comes in and almost goes down. And she squeezes through that wall, calls it off. 5 points on the board for Babe City.
Babe City making some slow momentum, 42-60. Slaughterhouse still with the 18-point lead currently as we're down to 4:30 in this half of the bout. Currently, based on the score ranking, Slaughterhouse is playing with a team that's above their rank. This is going to be a good thing for them if they can take this win, if they can cinch it up.
Well, they're doing a good job so far, so let's see what happens. We've still got a whole another half of this game. Lead jam going to Lollygagger on the power jam. Wild E Coyote out of the penalty box into the pack as Lollygagger flips through for a quick 4 points. Nope, 5 points, sorry. Wild E Coyote through for her initial pass as well. Lollygagger calling it off. Picks up 1 point for her team, the Babe City Rollers in the black. No points on there for Slaughterhouse that time.
If you were watching the previous game on track 2, final scores were 219 Norway, 152 for Pueblo. Now, Norway obviously coming from the farthest distance.
Yes.
They arrived on Monday. It was a 4.5-hour flight for them to get here. I'm glad they came in early so they could... 11 and a half. Oh my goodness, there was like a line between those two ones.
That sounds,
hours.
I wish it was a 4.5-hour flight.
That's like the Concorde, huh?
Exactly. All right, so beside a bomber through for lead jammer. MC Slam is still stuck at the back of the pack. And there, MC Slam finally threw for her initial pass. As Beside a Bomb is working on it on her first scoring pass. Beside a Bomber through. 4 points there. She calls it off.
Good strategy by Beside a Bomber there. Interesting fact, I found out from Beside herself that the name comes from the city that she's from. If you were wondering where the name come from. So
always. It's always interesting to find out where a derby name comes from.
52-60, 8-point differential. Slaughterhouse slowly giving up that lead that they've got with 2 minutes and 15 seconds before the half. Let's see if they can increase their lead, although I know Babe City is out to take over the lead and make a lead change happen before the half.
And Lee Jam going to number 52, play chicken with me. She gets out of the pack. Meanwhile, number 84, Lollygagger, still stuck in the pack. Big red wall at the front there, holding back Lollygagger.
Play chicken with Lee Jam for Slaughterhouse.
Ida Soccer doing a good job holding back play chicken with me. Trying to push her to the inside, does so. Recycles her back. And, oh no, penalty going to Babe City's Jammer. Wildy Coyote sees that, gets 5 points, calls it off.
Slaughterhouse going to start fresh in this jam with a whole new fresh jammer. They've got just probably about 30 seconds. It was almost time for when she hit the penalty box to pick up lead and go. And they're putting out Hellblazer, who has, of the 6 times she's been into jam, she's taken lead all 6 times and is currently put 28 points, the most points for Slaughterhouse on the board. So probably a wise decision by the bench to put Hellblazer in on this power jam.
Definitely. It's always interesting to see what teams do now with these 30-second penalties. And there's lead Jam going to Hellblazer. Now with these 30-second penalties, it makes it a little bit more difficult to pick up the points, then decide whether you're going to call it off or not. Hellblazer not calling it off, of course, picking up 5 points there as Lollygagger stands up in the box. And Side Bomber can't quite hold back Hellblazer, so she picks up another 5 points as Lollygagger's out of the penalty box and into the pack. She gets knocked down and recycled back. Works her way through on the inside. She's done her initial pass. Hellblazer working her way through at the front of the pack. Knocks down beside a Bomber, calls it off as she picks up 4 more points.
So Blazer maintaining her 100% lead. Jammer able to increase the lead for Slaughterhouse. 27-point differential now, 52-79, and that's going to take us into the half, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be back in about 10 minutes.
Is what Philip McCrevis, our head referee, is saying.
So thank you very much once again for joining us at ColoradoSports.TV. Take some of that 10 minutes, hit the donate button, and show your support for Broadcast Roller Derby. We'd greatly appreciate it. We'll be back in about 10.
Sticker Giant helps people make great stickers. I'm John Fisher, and I started the company. Every sticker has a story behind it. Every sticker has something behind it besides just stickiness.
People seem to flock towards stickers no matter what they are all about.
It's a portable billboard. It can go anywhere.
Seeing stickers on little girls' foreheads.
Cars, motorcycles.
Stop signs, you know, we don't endorse that.
Baby bottoms.
I see stickers everywhere. I see stickers in my dreams.
We're a small little group of people and we all kind of have the same vision for success.
Every person is quality minded, top to bottom. We're about getting the job done right.
The quality of Sticker Giant stickers is really fantastic. We run 3 different materials here. All of them were researched to find the best possible thing we can get.
We can get your email and process your stickers in 24 hours and get them out to you.
We try and do things quickly, we try and do them accurately, and we try and get people the stickers that they want. People ask me what I do, and I go, we make stickers all day. There's this company in rural Boulder County, and all they do is make stickers and labels. What makes Sticker Giant a great sticker? What the customer wants, because we can print any kind of sticker. Every day there's a sticker to where I see it, and I just want to know the story behind it. I want to know the company. I want to talk to the owner.
We take people's passions, things that they're really fired up about. We make it over and over and over so those people can tell their story to the world.
We are back and almost ready to go here.
So what did you think about that first half, Paparazzo, and want to make any predictions for the second half?
I always cheer for the underdog. Not that I cheer, but, you know, yeah, I'd like to see this continue on, a nice tight game. We'll see if Slaughterhouse can take out the victory, take out the higher-ranked team, which is always going to be a challenge and a good win.
I agree completely. I mean, just watching the first half, knowing what Flat Track Stats was predicting, knowing that, you know, it's a 162 versus a 129 coming into the game. Even in my head, I was kind of like, probably Babe City. But Slaughterhouse has done a really good job of keeping the score differential enough that it's not easy for Babe to pick up the score within one jam. And you know, really impressive stats-wise, Slaughterhouse has taken lead jammer more often than Babe City so far during the game. So I think what we're going to see through this second half is Babe City's definitely going to be coming in strong, looking to change things up. And Slaughterhouse is, of course, probably jazzed by being where they're at and going to try to continue that same energy throughout this second half of the game.
Exactly.
Looks like we're just about to get started again. I heard the House 86th Hellblazer for Slaughterhouse. I forgot what teams were playing just now. And I think they said 84 Lollygagger. That's who it looks like is coming through. Or no, sorry, 76.
That's Bohemian Bombshell. Along with Hellblazer. Bohemian Bombshell with the first lead jam of the second half going to Babe City in the black. Both jammers coming up on the pack. Calling it off is Bohemian Bombshell. Picks up no points there. So does Slaughterhouse.
I'm not sure why there was a call off there. Maybe the bench thought something was going on. Hellblazer, this is her first time not being lead jammer. Perhaps somebody saw her in the pack there and was like, oh gosh, we got to get out of this. Your lead. I'm not sure why they didn't go ahead and get some points on the board there for Babe City.
It's hard to say. She may have just been stuck and got frustrated there. And want to lose out to an excellent jammer like Hellblazer.
Jamming for Slaughterhouse is number WB2, Wild E. Coyote in the red, and in the black for Babe City.
1917, All of Mayhem.
Wild E. Coyote coming out of the pack, takes lead jammer quick, and she is flying around that track. She is ready to put some more points on the board for Slaughterhouse.
All of Mayhem still stuck in the pack on her initial pass. Trying to work her way through with some limited degree of success. Got stuck on a big 3-wall now. As they bridge back, goes to a 2-wall, goes to 1-wall. Finally, all gets through for initial pass. Wild E. Coyote still working her way through as well for her scoring pass. They've had extremely good track awareness as far as where those other jammers are, calling it up on both sides, calling it off before the other team can pick up any points.
Absolutely. And Want to show some roller derby love to RD Nation, a smarter way to derby. Bringing roller derby to the masses, we help leagues manage themselves better so they can skate more. Download the free software at rdnation.com. That's rdnation.com.
5 seconds called.
Currently the box is empty. It's full 5-on-5. Number 151, MC Slamma, out of the pack quickly, right off the line, takes lead jam for Slaughterhouse.
Lolligager still stuck in the pack behind a 2-wall. She's going to try and work her way through that. Gets around 1. Still stuck behind 1 more. Meanwhile, MC Slamma back into the pack on her scoring pass. She gets knocked to the inside as both blockers knocked out, actually. Working their way through. Big pile up at the back of the pack. MC Slamma is slow to get up. Calls it off. No points there for either side.
At the front of the pack there, when you saw Babe City's jammer trying to escape, that was D-Day Doll, an assault in progress. Doing a good job managing the jammer and pushing her to the outside. That's what caused the recycle on this side of the track that I saw. We're currently at 52-83. Slaughterhouse maintaining a 31-point lead. 26-31 remaining on the clock.
A lot of tight packs here, but here this morning, or I suppose it's this afternoon now. Both jammers stuck behind various walls. Multiplayer block getting called on Babe City. That springs play chicken with me for lead jam.
Ida Soccer still trying to fight out of the front side of that pack. Slaughterhouse's blockers doing a really good job with managing the jammer as they get to the front of the pack. Calls a forearm and a power jam now for play chicken with me.
Let's see what kind of damage she can do. They've got the lead. Let's see if they can increase it. Here she comes into the pack. Around 1, 2, 3. Bang, there's 5 points. Ripping around the clock. The track, work around the clock. There we go. We can talk today. Back into the pack. Manages to get around. That's going to be another 5 points for her. Ida Soccer out of the penalty box now. Pushes her way through the big red wall. Through for her initial pass. Chicken's going to come through for another pass. Bangs through. Gets knocked to the inside and calls it off. For 3 points there.
Nice job by Play Chicken with me for Slaughterhouse. 18 points unanswered with the power jam. That's a good pull for the score, especially as short as these power jams seem anymore. 52-101. Slaughterhouse breaking that 100 mark. 24:45 remaining on the clock. It looks like with the bench swap at the half, Slaughterhouse is able to get to that back line quicker, and you're seeing them take that back line, trying to take the advantage of that.
Bohemian Bombshell in there for Babe City.
Hellblazer, for Slaughterhouse.
Yep.
Lots of falling happening during this particular jam, but finally Hellblazer able to clear the front side of the pack, take lead jammer. And it looks like Bohemian Bombshell trying to get through, almost it gets taken out by her own blocker, who was aiming for the blocker from Slaughterhouse to try to clear her off of Bombshell.
That's what we call oops. And meanwhile, Hellraiser at the front of the pack, just getting hammered on by the black blockers. She calls it off, slow to get up.
Does pick up 3 points. That's going to take us 52-104, 23-33 remaining on the clock. Don't forget, if you're enjoying all this derby action being brought out to you this weekend, to take a moment, click that donate button, and we thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV. Jam is in progress. So I can't really tell you who the jammers are yet. It looks like it is Wild E. Coyote
and Bomber, beside a Bomber. Side of Bombers trying to work her way through, works her way through up most of the pack on the inside, gets stuck behind a 2-wall at the front. Meanwhile, Slaughterhouse coming in back into the pack with Wild E Coyotes trying to make her way through. That wall gets broken up a little bit. She's not well enough. She's still through. Gets through for 5 points. Calls it off. So again, Slaughterhouse doing an amazing job just getting those points, calling it off before the other team can get anything.
On the line for Slaughterhouse, we've got MC Slamma joined by
52-109, 22-12 remaining on the clock. Number 151, MC Slamma on the jam line for Slaughterhouse.
Can't quite see who that is. I think that's Lollygagger, but I'm not sure. No, it's not.
That is JoJo.
And oh no, she's going to the penalty box.
That makes Slamma easy. With all the distraction there, Slamma slips through the pack, takes lead jammer for Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse now working on 50 points so far.
Slaughterhouse doing a great job keeping their jammers out of the penalty box. I mean, most of the power jams have gone in their favor. 5 more points for MC Slamma.
5 points in that pass for MC Slamma.
Pack at a standstill in turn number 3. Through for another 5 points.
5 quickly follow, brings Slaughterhouse up to 10.
That's 10 points so far this jam. Let's see if we can pick up a few more as Oh No JoJo's out of the penalty box and coming up on the pack. Oh No JoJo can't do anything before 2 points for MC Slamma.
That's it. Another 12-point power jam for Slaughterhouse. Going to increase that lead even more. Now with a 46-point Slaughterhouse coming back in the second half with a vengeance. 52-98. We've got 20-48 remaining on the clock. If you love these two teams and you want to see them later, Slaughterhouse will be playing later against ICT on track 1 at 6 p.m. Babe is only playing this bout today, and then they'll be back on Saturday with a couple more bouts.
Multiplayer block being called on Slaughterhouse.
Gonna put him down a blocker. Play chicken with me out there against Bombshell, or Bohemian Bombshell. Chicken grabs lead jammer there.
And she's coming back around. Bohemian Bombshell still stuck in the pack though. This is gonna be getting 5 points the hard way, assuming she gets all the way through.
As she is recycled all
Chicken pushing her way through that big black wall, doing a good job of trying to hold her back. Bohemian Bombshell almost through her blockers, but can't get around her own. Bohemian Bombshell getting knocked to the inside. Chicken calls it off after picking up 3 points. Timeout being called by the Babe City Rollers.
That's going to put us at 52-125, 19-26 remaining on the clock. As we go into the timeout, let's talk about some interesting things. I don't know if you can see it at home, but if you look closely at the Slaughterhouse jammer caps, they love creative jammer caps, and because they're the prime cuts, and Greeley, Colorado is known for slaughterhouses, the stars are actually bleeding on their helmet covers, so there's little drops of blood coming off the stars. It's just a creative,
it's fun,
creative helmet cover.
It's nice when you can have those.
I think on the camera you can see it a little good there at home.
Oh yeah, there's a great shot of it. Yeah.
That's just another interesting fact. Slaughterhouse putting on this tournament 4 years in a row. This is actually going to be one of the largest sanctioned tournaments in the United States.
I believe the second largest bracketed tournament.
I believe so. And in our state alone, and here in Colorado, where I'm from, this is the largest tournament that's ever been produced and put together. Great for Slaughterhouse, and I'm glad to see that we have this tournament every year. It's 4 years running, and here's to hoping for another 40.
Yes. And hopefully we will still be here for that.
I hope so.
Meanwhile, we've got the jam started. Both jammers trying to work their way through that tight pack.
Hellblazer looking to maintain her record of only having given up one lead jammer so far, and now she's got an awesome opportunity as Bohemian Bomber off to the, Beside a Bomber off to the penalty box, and there it is, lead jammer to Hellblazer.
Pack at a standstill between turns 1 and 2. Hellblazer comes into the pack. No pack called. She gets through 5 big points for Slaughterhouse. And she comes back in for another round. Doing a good job is Babe City trying to hold her back, but she gets through for another 5 points. Beside a Bomber out of the penalty box now. So that concludes the power jam. We'll see what kind of points we'll get there. No, Beside a Bomber going back off for a cut track. Power jam again. Hellblazer calling it off.
That last cut track was actually pulled by ELE. Some people call her Ellie. She's a tough blocker to get around when she's on her game. You better watch out. I got to tell you too, if they win, this will be Slaughterhouse's first sanctioned win for 2014. So even more incentive for them to maintain this lead that they've incurred. We're 52-139 with 17:44 remaining on the clock. Here we go.
I was looking at our stats page here and it showed a different score. I was a little confused there.
Just needed to be refreshed. Wild E Coyote, meanwhile, grabbing lead jammer in the power jam that Slaughterhouse currently is continuing.
Gets around Nerdzilla, gets around the rest of the blockers. I have to say, Nerdzilla, probably one of my favorite Derby names so far this weekend.
Wildy comes back into the pack as Beside a Bomber joins us back on the track. Now she's in her initial pass, so Wildy can continue going because as long as she's not eligible to score, Wildy has an opportunity to keep getting points.
Babe City shedding blockers, 2 of them going to the penalty box. That's Beside a Bomber through for her initial pass.
And Wildy gonna go ahead and call off that jam as she sees Beside a Bomber coming around. I saw a lot of out-of-play penalties happening for Babe City. They were trying to manage that rear of the pack, but getting too far away. And then, you got to be careful about delivering that hit. Once the ref gives you that warning, It's time to go.
Time to go. A salty misdemeanor going back to getting called on the last. She gets sent back to the track, so she's gonna start on there. 4-2 blocker advantage for Slaughterhouse.
We're 52-147 with 16 minutes remaining on the clock. MC Slamma jamming for Slaughterhouse. Lolly Gagger for Babe City quickly out of the pack. Takes lead jammer, but chasing her down. MC Slamma looking to overtake.
Again with that fast pack that we've seen so much of this game. A little bit of tradesies in the penalty box as a spot opens up. 2 points out there for Babe City, no points for Slaughterhouse on that.
That was real good jammer awareness there by Lollygagger because MC Slamma was practically right behind her, and had it been even a half a second later, MC might have picked up a point as she came around that into the pack there. 54-147, 15:20 remaining on the clock. Looks like there's a little meetup happening and a timeout being called by Slaughterhouse.
No, all the jammers so far today have just been incredible as far as their track awareness and where their opponents are, and those very, very tight call-offs. And you have to give some credit to the referees as well for that, getting those called off quickly and easily.
Absolutely. If you're interested in some jammer stats, Hellblazer still the top jammer as far as grabbing lead when she's out there. 10 times she's been jamming, 9 times she's been lead, and she's got the most points for Slaughterhouse, 59 points up on the board. On the other side of the board, Beside a Bomber currently holds the most points scored for Babe City at 22, 9 times jamming, 2 times she's grabbed lead. Right behind her, Lollygagger, 12 times out, 5 times lead with 21 points for Babe City. So they've been both very instrumental in Babe City putting points up on the board.
Yes. Do we have any penalties they have? No, we don't have that information today. Oh, that. All right, so timeout is over. 5 seconds has been called. We're going to get back to this game.
75 points now for Slaughterhouse, earned in Power Jam.
Play Chicken with me, number 52, jamming for Slaughterhouse. Likes that inside line, but she's able to manage it really well. Quickly finds her way out of the pack and takes lead jammer.
The side of Bombers making her way very quickly through the pack, but not fast enough. There she is for her initial pass, just as Play Chicken with me gets to the back of the pack again. So she got out in time to avoid the 5th point, but that's still 4 points for Chicken.
That's going to put us at 154, 151, 97 points for Slaughterhouse. Interesting fact, Power Jam points for Slaughterhouse, 75 points have been given up in Power Jams to Slaughterhouse. And then for Babe City, only 20 points. And you could see how that plays into the score that we're seeing right now. Hellblazer up to jam for Slaughterhouse. And Babe City's jammer is hiding behind the walls over there, so I can't tell you who that is.
Of course. Lead jam going to Hellblazer.
Lollygagger is jamming for Babe City. Hellblazer just really doesn't want to kill that record she's got going.
No.
This will be 11 with 10 lead jams. That's pretty amazing for any jammer.
And that one time she didn't get lead jam, there was no lead jam. If I remember. Oh no, there was. I apologize. I'm just remembering things wrong.
54, 153, 13:30 remaining in this bout. Don't forget there is hot derby action happening here all day. Coming up next on this track, it's Uinta Madness from Salt Lake City, Utah, taking on Lane County Concussion from Eugene, Oregon. If you don't recognize either of those names, it's because you don't watch men's roller derby. That is what's happening on track 1 coming up next. Be sure to stick around for it.
Lead jam going to Babe City. That's number 76, Bohemian Bombshell. Wild E Coyote coming through as well. She's done her initial pass. Let's see what Bohemian Bombshell can do as she comes back up to the back of the pack. Calls it off. 2 points to Slaughterhouse's 1 point. So still picking up a little bit there, but not a lot.
Babe City able to make some momentum, 156 to 154. 12 minutes, 30 seconds remaining on the clock. They are just always ready to go. Every time I look up, there's people on that jam line just waiting. It looks like Babe City is able to get out there a little faster. They're back on the back line, waiting for the jam to start. MC Slamma versus Lollygagger. Lollygagger grabs lead jammer quickly off the line, but right behind her, not even 10 feet, MC Slamma forces her to call off that jam. 0-0 jam. 12 minutes remain on the clock.
We will have none of this. That's what she's saying right there. No. Big grumpy cat meme. No. Jam has started. We've got number 76, Bohemian Bombshell, with lead jam.
But it's Play Chicken with me in front, not lead, but she's just going to waste time because that makes sense. Slaughterhouse has a lead. Why rush things? It would be really in the best interest of Babe City to go ahead and end the jam so they can reline up and have an opportunity. And that's going to take us down to 1:05 on the clock, 154-56. Babe City playing a little short with 11 players that I've counted on their bench. So that may be putting them at a little bit of a disadvantage, not having those 3 extra players who can get in there and give the rest of the players a shorter, a longer break, not a shorter break.
A break.
A break.
Period.
Yeah, a break. A break is always nice.
Except the leg. We don't want to see any of that this weekend.
No, none of those.
None of those.
Hellblazer up to jam once again for Slaughterhouse. Let's see if she can maintain that lead jammer record up against Lollygagger for Babe City.
Ooh. Lollygagger gets lead jam, so that's good news for her.
And for Babe City,
and for
they
Babe
need
City.
the momentum
right
now.
Momentum, exactly. Hellraiser through for her initial pass. Lollygagger quickly through. Inside line open. She picks up 4 quick points, calls it off.
So Babe City with some more momentum, 61-54. Slaughterhouse still with a pretty commanding lead right now. And Lollygagger now the leading points jammer for her team at 25. Number 52, Play Chicken With Me out there for Slaughterhouse.
And there, Ida Soccer for Babe City, and she is through for lead jammer.
Oh, and I said the wrong jammer. It's actually Wildy Coyote.
Wildy Coyote, it is indeed.
I saw the 2 on her armband, and I thought it was Play Chicken With Me because it's 52.
We have a terrible view of the jammer line from here, but we do what we do. 5 points on there for Ida Soccer, and she's on a power jam as Wildy Coyote goes to the penalty box for a cut track. 5 more points for Ida Soccer as the pack kind of moves backwards a little bit into turn number 4.
And this is an excellent opportunity now for Babe to cinch it up a little bit and give themselves an opportunity with just about 8.5 minutes left in play. This power jam could be the difference in them making a lead change.
And there she is for another 5 points. Calls it off.
I see Oh No JoJo headed off the track. I'm going to guess that means that she is fouled out.
I believe so.
Because I didn't see an injury or anything. It just looked like she was told to leave the track.
Yeah, I saw somebody had 6 penalties, but I didn't see who it was. But
I'm going to guess it was Oh No JoJo.
I'm going to guess it was Oh No JoJo.
15 points on that last pass, 75-154. That's 79 points difference with 7 minutes and 57 seconds. We're into the next jam. Still a power jam power start for Babe City. But already Wildy Coyote back into the pack and passing Bohemian Bombshell and taking lead from out of the box. Way to stop that power start from being anything for the other team.
Babe City still stuck in the pack. Wildy Coyote coming back up on the pack as it's at a near standstill in the apex of turns 3 and 4. Bohemian Bombshell getting knocked outside, recycled back to the back. Back to the back. There we go. And 5 points for Wildy Coyote. No pack called out of play penalty going to Slaughterhouse for failure to reform. Meanwhile, Bohemian Bombshell threw for her initial pass. Wildy Coyote picks up 5 points, calls it off.
That's going to be 10 points during that jam. 75-164. Slaughterhouse just does not want to let Babe City get any closer to him. This will be a great win for Slaughterhouse to win over a team ranked 129 when they're ranked 162. Their first sanction win of the game. They're going to be playing really tough this last 6 minutes and 30 seconds we've got on the clock.
It's a slaughter.
That
was bad. I just felt bad.
MC Slamma jamming for Slaughterhouse. And for Babe City, it's Lollygagger. She takes the inside line. Little bit of a step over the inside blocker, takes lead jammer quickly for Babe City.
MC Slamma finally threw for her initial pass as Lollygagger hits the back of the pack. Takes the outside line. Picks up 2 points.
Little more momentum for Babe City.
Yep.
77-164. We're down to 1:53 on the clock. I'm sorry, 5:53. That was a really long jam last time. 5:53, I just can't read numbers, apparently.
I can see from here they've got all kinds of goodies set up in that booth.
All right, so here we go. That is, this time, number 52 played Chicken With Me. Along with number 76, Bohemian Bombshell, who gets knocked to the outside. Recycled back. Lead Jam to play Chicken With Me. Play Chicken With Me, picking up 5 big points.
As we come into the final 5 minutes of this game.
5 more points going up there for Play Chicken With Me. Meanwhile, we've got a star pass. So, can't quite see who the pivot number is, but she... That is 1917, all of Mayhem. Mixing it up a little bit with the other blocker, or with the other jammer.
Slaughterhouse going to pick up 4 more points for a 15-point jam. 77-1, 79, 4:22 remaining on the clock. Currently now we have a 101-point differential. Or, I'm sorry, it's actually 102. My score screen is not quite up to date on my stat screen there. I wasn't actually doing math. If you were impressed at home, I'm using a computer to tell me how many points the differential is.
Instead of looking at the scoreboard.
And it's wrong.
And it's wrong. Yeah, counting on our toes.
Hellblazer jamming for Slaughterhouse. Takes lead quickly, like practically right off the line before they even reach the pivot line.
Lollygager still in the pack, but working her way around it slowly but surely, and she's out for her initial pass as Hellblazer comes back into the back of the pack. As the pack comes through turn number 4. And out she comes. Calling it off is Hellblazer after picking up 4 quick points. No points on there for Babe City.
That's it. So that's going to keep us 77-1, 83, 106-point differential with 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining on the clock. It's going to be Lollygagger, number 84, up for Babe City again. And Wild E. Coyote for Slaughterhouse.
Lollygagger back on the line for Babe City against Wild E. Coyote for Babe City.
Wild E. Coyote with lead jam. Big pile up at the back there. Lollygagger still stuck at the very back of the pack. Slowly working her way through. There she goes for her initial pass.
Easy walkthrough for Wild E. Coyote. As she came in, the pack was kind of all scrunched up in a little ball in turn number 2. It looked like they were trying to keep Babe City from breaking their jammer, so she was kind of able to just take that inside line and walk right through.
And we've got a foul out going to Slaughter. Couldn't quite see her number.
That's going to be Kish of Death being fouled out. That means she picked up 7 or more penalties and is now asked to leave the track. She won't be back for this game. MC Slamma jamming for Slaughterhouse. Besida Bomber for Babe City. Besida finds that outside line, runs right through.
No lead jam, though.
No pass, no penalty being called during that pass.
So MC Slamma working her way through. Let's see if she'll can pick up lead jam before Bomber picks up points. Nope, she sure can't. Besida Bomber coming in, trying to work her way through.
MC Slamma now through and lead. Does she decide to call it or go for points? It looks like she's going to go for points.
Besida Bomber with taking some big hits there.
Slaughterhouse is not playing around during this jam. Those blockers are just delivering the heat to Besida Bomber right now. MC Slamma, meanwhile, sneaks along the inside, goes ahead and puts 4 up for Slaughterhouse. The box for Babe is full.
And then a bit. No room at the in for anyone more. Oh, now it's still full. But at least we have 2 blockers on on the track again.
And meanwhile, MC Slamma taking advantage of this. Good job for not calling off, because Poseida Bomber has not been able to get out of that pack, and MC Slamma has now been able to put 9 points up in this jam for Slaughterhouse.
Working her way through, MC Slamma coming back up on the pack. Penalty box starts emptying out. She slips through quickly on the inside. 5 more points there.
Cuts just happening out there all over the place. Slaughterhouse losing number 99 Cheyenne Pepper for a cut. That's going to put a little bit more evenness in the blockers. Oh, actually, it looks like Babe City's blockers have all returned. Slaughterhouse's blockers are slowly being decimated off the track. We're switching it up. 4 blockers for Babe City, 2 for Slaughterhouse. MC Slamma having a tougher time getting through with the jam. Comes to an end.
2 points for Slaughterhouse, 5 points for Babe City.
82-203. We're unofficially done with the game. That's the game whistle. So we'll tell you what the final score is as soon as we get confirmation. That's the final. But
I'd say it's a fair guess that Slaughterhouse won.
I'm going to guess that there's not going to be that much of a misadd, if there's any. Showing 203.77 on the scoreboard, just waiting for the confirmation to score.
Very, very physical bout here with quite a few penalties.
Once again, we want to thank all of our officials and skating in and on for all the hard work they put in. They've traveled from far and wide, just like these teams have. So definitely a big shout out to all the officials.
That's it. Coming up next on this track, we've got Uinta Madness from Salt Lake City, Utah versus Lane County Concussion from Eugene, Oregon. Men's Roller Derby Association bout, and that's going to be happening in just about 10 minutes at 2 p.m. right here on track number 1. Be sure to stick around for it. I'm Bangers and Smash.
I'm Paparazzo.
Thanks for joining us on ColoradoSports.TV. Don't forget to take a minute during this halftime break to refill your beverages, get yourself a snack, and hit that donate button and give generously for all this wonderful derby action being brought to you this weekend.